This is the 217 Recovery Podcast with Corey Winfield.
Nah, but you gotta laugh and you gotta have fun in recovery. That's what we do here the most.
Justin Burke.
I got too fat. They wouldn't fit me no more. Body shame me some more. Fabulous.
And Adam Stevens.
Possibilities nowadays. I mean, everything's a possibility to me nowadays with everything going on. I don't think how you can rule anything out.
Yeah, I mean, with all the possibilities, how could you rule anything out? Because it's all possibilities everywhere. It's the 5th of January, 2024. My name's Corey Winfield. Welcome to the 217 Recovery Podcast. Justin Burke joining me.
How's it going?
Good. Adam Stevens, how are you?
Doing great.
We're doing great because you got to be doing great because everything's great and everything's
Excellent.
doing.
There's a lot of possibilities.
Yeah, a lot of possibilities. Doing great.
Stuff like that.
No, how are you guys? The new year is here. We had a meeting about goals today.
Yeah. Fabulous time.
Yeah, we had the assistant director in, and she was like, I want to hear their goals. I said, we already went over them. She said, but I want to hear them. I said, well, that's what you want. And I was told you want in one hand and you do in the other. See which one fills up first.
I see she got her way.
And that's why we did our goals today.
Well, because I wasn't saying none of that mess. I was like, okay, honey, get them then. Go get them, guys. Go get your goals. Bring them in. Let's go over them again.
And she had like 20 of them.
Yeah. So I was like, what are you trying to do?
I missed that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was front and back.
Yeah. I think it was like 17 or 18.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yikes.
yeah.
I lost count after 10.
And she was going to take, and of course, the assistant director is Marnie. And she was going to take this class or study up and get these books and study up on this exam that she has to take in July of 2025.
Wow.
I said, honey, that's not, stop. You're going to waste your time because you're not going to remember any of it.
Baby brain.
No, it was just short-term memory, like that stuff like, pfft. I mean, unless there's something really good in the exam. It's like to be a social worker or something. I don't know, whatever.
Okay. Therapist.
Whatever it is. Yeah, that kind of stuff. And she's like, yeah, but you still remember stuff that you used to do, like on the radio and stuff. And I was like, well, barely. I'm losing a little bit more every day. Like, damn. Like, there's some things I try to do with audio to trick it out, and I have no idea how to do it.
Yeah.
Basic stuff, sure, because I was doing that every day, but I'm not going to study for an exam in July of 25 and 5th of January 2024. I will remember zero of it. We should give each other an exam. Hold on. That sounded bad. Well, hold on.
Yeah,
I mean a test.
That's an HR complaint.
I am 40 now.
Yeah, Adam, welcome to the club. It sucks, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Justin, how old are you? 38?
37.
39?
37.
With drug use and everything, you're probably about 52.
Oh, probably.
Yeah, I'm like 100.
Right.
That's where it age you 10 times faster.
Yeah.
Pretty much mummified.
Right. That's bad. But yeah, Justin, you'll be in the club soon enough, buddy.
You guys' poor liver.
I know. My mind even said, F you, can't do it no more.
Right. And your kidneys.
And I was younger than you were then. Yeah, and then because the kidneys were like, hey, man, if that's not working, we're not working. So it kind of, by default, the kidneys shut down. Like, where are we pumping this to? Like, nowhere? Okay, just chill out for a minute. Chill out for a few days. It's funny because Marnie, obviously, she's pregnant. If you haven't heard yet, well, welcome to the news. And we just went in yesterday for our 20-week ultrasound. And now I get it. It used to drive me nuts when I'd ask people, hey, your wife's pregnant? Okay, how far along is she? And they'd be like, 20 weeks. And I'd be like, math head hurts. How many months is that? Because I've heard 9 months, baby. 9 months. And that's what most people hear. And maybe you guys were the same when you had your chitlins. But, man, now I get it. Because it's every week.
When
when
the
you're
amount
living,
of changes.
yeah, when it's your child and you're living with them or whatever, it's just like, okay, it is another week. Yes, we're 1 week closer. You're not trying to count months. What's she like 4.5 months? I don't even know. I still can't do the math. But it's very, very exciting though. But her ankles are swollen. Did your guys's?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, I remember that.
Man. And she went and got compression socks.
Yeah.
Did your guys' women do that?
Sounds right.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh, it's so long ago. You guys are so old.
I know, and it seems fresh to me, but it's 5 years ago now.
See, I wonder if kids age you more than alcohol and drugs.
Mentally, yeah.
Well, that's what it all is about, right?
Yeah.
Mentally. So I think they do, because I look at my friends and the lives they're living, and like their kids just graduated from high school, and I'm like, stupid old people. You know, you're our parents' age now. Remember, that whole thing, and our parents seemed old. But I don't feel old, and they look like they feel old. Like you said, Justin, mentally, I think they've, the kids have taken their toll. And of course, they post the pictures on Facebook, and their kids look just like, oh, here we go, like the greatest kids in the world. Softball, baseball games, honor society, whatever. But them kids were bad as hell, especially if they're raised by my buddy, because I know like he was a little bad kid, and they say it's worse, but.
Yeah, 10 times worse.
Yeah, like I couldn't even imagine. Could you guys imagine growing up with Facebook and Twitter and Twitch and what's the other, TikTok? And
I remember MySpace back in the day.
yeah,
Yeah, that was after I got out of school. And
way
stuff,
after.
yeah.
Probably.
Or like my yearbook.
So you, Adam, you graduated then, because I'm 45, you're 40. So you graduated in 2000 or 2001?
02, actually.
Damn.
I graduated in 05.
Damn.
I know, it seems weird, doesn't it?
Y'all some young and some bitches. So
When'd you graduate?
96, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you 17?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're a young guy. Yeah. I rode that shit out.
Like, nah, I'm going to stay
Take
another
it to the
year.
end.
Yeah. Put me in late. Nah, but so you guys, which obviously is not September, but 9/11, you guys were actually probably in school.
My
I
senior
was.
year, yep.
We just like walked through the halls, and they're like, "What happened?"
That's exactly like mine. It was my senior year, so I was just walking around the halls during class. I didn't have a real class during the time, and I heard it, and so I went over into the library and I started watching, and I remember the process of like, oh my god, how's that happen? And then you see another plane hit live, and I was like, oh, that's not an accident,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I remember watching it all day in school. Like they canceled school, made us all stay in there and just watch the news all day about it.
Yeah.
I was highly upset.
Were you in your drawing class?
No, I didn't take art.
You're missing math.
Yeah. I mean, I'd much rather be doing schoolwork than sitting there watching the news about planes hitting the Twin Towers.
Yeah, and then like nobody knew anything.
Right.
That made it even more frustrating because you had all the speculation from all these assholes like on Fox and CNN or whatever, and you're just like, we don't know.
I didn't even know what the Twin Towers were.
Right. Oh, you didn't?
No, not until that point. I'm like, what the hell are these?
I was a Notorious B.I.G. fan for a minute, so I knew. Because they had been bombed before a little bit. A little truck went in there or something. Tried to blow it up from the bottom. Started from the bottom and then went to the top, like that Drake song.
Yeah.
What if Drake, is that what he wrote that song about, I wonder?
I don't know.
He's from Canada, so probably not.
Yeah. But he probably did write it for a diss on America.
Whoa, you think so?
Could have been.
We'll never know.
Yeah.
Because I'm never going to talk to Drake. I never plan on that.
No.
If you could meet one celebrity, who would it be, Adam?
Man, I just thought of this the other day too. You might have to give me a second because it was good, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to come up with it as fast as I want.
Justin?
Steve-O.
Okay. Adam's still
That'd be
thinking
fun.
hard. He's just like, oh, there's somebody I want to meet.
Oh, I know it's good too,
Who
and
would
I
it
just,
be?
I don't know. I might have to think of something else, but
Steve-O would have some interesting stories of his younger years.
I think he would be so effing annoying.
You think so?
Oh, God, yeah. Oh, God, yeah. And plus, like, he's got to be the center of attention, and I have to be the center of attention, so just we wouldn't work out, And but I think he would get annoying, and hey, and he would like start grabbing shit off my desk. Oh, I got my scissors. Watch me cut my penis off, And I'm like, put my scissors down, bro. Like, just get out of here. Hold on, I'm gonna staple something to my nipple. No, just get out of here.
Yeah, see,
I'm not like that anymore. And plus, his voice is annoying.
that's what I was gonna say. His voice is annoying, but that's what I was also gonna say though. Is you get him on a recovery conversation, and it might actually be a good conversation
Right.
because of his experience with.
I think this is just my personal opinion. This could be totally wrong, but I think he'd be the guy that'd be like, yeah, man, I used to like snort coke off of like penises and stuff. Mm-hmm. I used to do this. And he would be like the one
Just
upper
telling the stories,
yeah,
yeah.
like glorify. I'm not that he would glorify it, but I think he'd be
Right.
like, oh man, I remember one time I put a bottle of vodka up my ass and I chugged it. You know, and I think that he would be that guy.
Yeah.
He wouldn't be like, wow, man. Like, I remember we were talking one day, Adam, and I was comparing my journey to like a rat in a maze where I'm just going to keep going my own way until I hit the wall every single time. And then finally, it's like when I was putting it together, I understood, like, okay, help me. Every way I went, I hit a wall. So but I had to try every way. Mm-hmm. I had to try every way possible before I would be like, all
Until you
right,
can't see straight.
yeah, help me out. You know, and you're like, that's a good analogy. I don't know if he would like break out those. Like, he'll be like, yeah, man, I was sitting there with a vodka bottle on my ass and I realized, like, hey, this is really in the life for me anymore, you know, huh?
Right.
Here, let me cut my penis off. Give him them scissors. Stop it, Steve-O. Maybe not. Maybe he'd be cool as hell. But you let me know, Justin, because you have a chance to meet him.
Maybe one day.
No, just send him a message. Get up in his DMs.
Yeah, I'll tell him to come here to the office.
Yeah, invite him.
Got a
Invite him.
podcast.
Yeah, invite him the 29th, February.
Yeah, I'll look at right
Recovery
now.
Stories, Message of Hope, Part 2. So, Adam, has it come to your mind yet who the celebrity would be that you would love to meet?
No, but I guess just so we're on the same page, it was somebody that I've been watching and whatnot that I don't know.
Neighbor?
No, right.
You just go over and say
Really
hi.
interesting,
Jesus.
but
Mail her a letter first.
no, I
I'm
don't.
watching you.
It's something to do with someone spiritually or whatever that I listen to, and I listen to so much that I don't know. But
I almost got beat up by this kid for snoring, but I was like 4 times his size. So I mean, yeah.
All right, Mitch. That's who Mitch wants to meet. Huh.
yeah.
So you can't pull one person out of
Well,
the
I mean,
sky and say, well, I'd like to meet that guy.
it always used to be like Barry Sanders, you know. Just
That'd be
because,
cool.
But yeah,
I'd say Brad Pitt.
yeah.
It's your celebrity crush.
Yeah. Matthew McConaughey, if I could double up.
Yeah.
2-for-1 special. All right, all right, all right.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
Watch the leather, man. Thing I like about these high school girls, man.
It's been kind of hard trying to find a 19, 20-year-old.
Yeah. Thanks, Mitch. Thank you.
Fabulous.
All right. So, we're just kind of doing a podcast, kind of chilling here today. We have the Recovery Stories Message of Hope coming up on the 29th. Justin, you're going to do a story
Yep.
this time. Adam, you and I did the recovery story last time, but you're going to do it again this time.
Yeah.
Mitch is going to do it. And then I'm going to step out and let somebody else do it. Justin, you have some people in mind, but we're looking for people to get nominated. So, and we're just bouncing around ideas too. I think that'd probably be easier just to go ahead and select somebody. So, but we'll see how that goes. But the first one I recorded. And if you followed us on Facebook or if you've seen our website, you've seen all of the recovery stories published. First it was Lenny, then I did Kendra's, then I did yours, Adam, then I did mine. And I just put together Mary H. She spoke, and hers was actual, like, more of a story. Hers was like 12 minutes long. And then David G., his was like 25 minutes long, his story, and his message of hope. So those were the messages of hope, and I just finished editing them today. So I should have it all put together.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hopefully by next week. Now, I don't know. I don't plan on copywriting it or anything. But I do want to add music to it. And I thought, oh, this would be a great time to add music to it because I don't. My understanding of it is as long as I'm not making money off it, I can use it. And it's educational, so we can really pull the whole nonprofit card on that route
Right.
too. But I don't want to make money off it. I just want people to see it because I think it's really good. And if I use, I don't know, if I use like copyrighted music, then I don't think anybody could steal it and post it. I mean, we could post on our Facebook, and like I said, as long as we're not making money off it, which we're not making money off our YouTube channel,
Right.
I think they're cool with it. So we shall see. And that way people can see it, and that'll be pretty kick-ass.
Yeah.
Stolen music that I didn't pay for, but I didn't make any money off of either.
Right.
You okay?
Yeah.
What'd you have for lunch?
Chicken strips.
That makes you burp a
Potato
little bit.
wedges.
You have heartburn?
Sometimes. No.
It just comes up.
Yeah.
But you had stomach issues though.
Yeah.
How long were you? How did that come about? Like before
So
your
it was
use?
a birth defect.
Oh,
My upper valve in my stomach never worked right,
what?
so I'd always puke.
We had the same thing.
And so, like, the older I got, it didn't heal itself at all. I was like 21, 22, and it got so bad I actually started seeing a doctor because of it.
Like you would just be standing there, and you'd see a doctor.
No, like, I was actually in pain.
Oh, so
Right,
you
I
went to
couldn't
the
take-
doctor.
yeah,
Okay,
so I
I
went
thought
to
you
the
were
doctor.
like, man, it hurt so bad I was seeing doctors.
No.
Like- Thank you, Adam.
And then they gave me a bunch of antacids to try, and it was a long process. But I ended up having to go see 2 different specialists. The first specialist, because I was on Medicaid, said there's nothing wrong with him.
Yeah.
And then the second specialist I went and seen said you do have a problem. About the bottom 5 inches of your esophagus is about gone due to your stomach acid erosion.
Damn.
He goes, if you don't have surgery, you got about 3 to 5 years to live.
Were you like,
So-
F it?
No, I had surgery.
Like, can I make it to the 27 club? Or is it 28 club?
27.
So, yeah.
But, you know,
Perfect
I
timing.
ended up having stomach surgery. They took my stomach, cut out a piece of my esophagus, wrapped my stomach around my esophagus, created like a little sphincter,
Whoa.
which if people don't know what a sphincter is, it's like a butthole,
Okay.
which is like a
It is a
one-way
butthole,
valve.
yeah.
We're going to find out today.
Yeah. So I have a one-way valve, so I can eat anything I want, but never puke again in my life. So if I do get like sick where I want to throw up, I just dry heave.
Oh.
So it hurts really bad, and I feel like I want to die. So getting the flu sucks.
Damn. Does it come out the other end then? Is it like Rhea?
Yeah, sometimes.
Damn. So that happened to you, Adam.
Well, it wasn't as drastic. I was just a preemie, and everything I ate, I puked up, projectile everything when I was a baby, and I had to go on pre-digested formula, I guess. That was
So,
my thing.
like, your dad would drink the formula and then spit it back out into your mouth?
No, but
Like a bird?
probably a similar process. I have no idea how. Yeah.
Would he-
I don't know how. Yeah.
Were you second?
And this was the 80s, so it's got to be way worse than now.
Were you secondhand breastfed?
Yeah.
It's like your dad would drink the breast milk, or it was, you said it was formula though. It had to be
Yeah,
formula.
it was formula.
Damn, that wouldn't be as fun. Like, I gotta drink this damn formula and then regurgitate it, because that's what birds do and stuff.
My mom tells me that my doctor at the time informed her when I was like 4 months old to add like rice to my formula to make it thicker, like a paste, so that way I'd keep it down in my stomach instead of it just sitting there. Because it'd go burp me and I'd just puke it all back up.
Ugh.
Then be crying I'm hungry all over again.
Did she say you were like a pain in the ass, or did
No.
she say you're worth it?
She said I was a good baby. Says for puking all over everybody.
That'd be frustrating, for parents. I feel for you guys as parents, because, like, obviously went to the ultrasound yesterday and we're just like praying, fingers crossed, because, and we don't know 100%, but the doctor said your baby looks great. Everything's where it's supposed to be. Everything's cool. Mm-hmm. And Marnie, like, you guys heard, well, I think Adam, you had already left to go to detox to talk to the group, but I think Justin, you were there when she was saying that she was kind of freaking out because they were having a hard time finding one of the
Aortas.
Yeah. And she was like, oh my gosh, it's taking way too long to find this. So she's like, started freaking out.
But that happens. Babies
Yeah.
are very not cooperative during ultrasounds.
No, he was not a big fan of it. He's like, no, I don't want to do that. She's
Right.
Camera shy.
punching Marnie in the stomach. She's like, oh, get this baby to turn over. And Marnie's like, stop hitting me in my stomach.
Trying to take a nap.
Nah, but it's crazy, you know, this whole experience as a dad, you know, becoming a father. And I don't know if you guys were nervous, but you guys are so young, though.
I was nervous. Both times.
Like, just nervous about, like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
More of the fact that I was afraid I was going to fail.
I think it is a lot different to the age. Like I would, like, you know, I always wanted to be a dad. Like I was, even in high school, my grandma was like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I was like, I just want to work so I can be a dad. You know, like that was my thing. And then, but at 22, I was expecting like 30 is what I was planning. And, but so I think it was just worry of where I was at in my life and everything. But this time around, it was a lot better. But I think it's because I already had the experience. But,
Now, do you blame your dad for your weak pullout game, or do you thank him for that?
dude, my son was God. Like they're like that shouldn't have happened. Like it, I don't know how. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah,
Well,
it just had to
typically
happen. Like
happens
we had
during
just
intercourse.
met. Well, yeah, right. And so yeah, it's just.
That's back when Adam was pimping.
Right.
But I
You
guess-
just met.
yeah.
You did pull the Tyreek Hill.
And then the one time I tried, you know, when I tried this next time, it was literally like must have been the first time we tried it worked. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I think I'm potent.
I mean, maybe you knew, you know, like you said back in high school, you just were like, hey, I'm just going to get a job, be a dad.
Oh,
The
yeah.
women were probably like, well, let's not date Adam.
Right.
Right.
I thought you were going somewhere else with that. I was like, maybe it was just meant to be. You know,
Yeah.
it's preparing
Oh, yeah,
me for
yeah.
what was to come.
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
what I meant.
but yeah, right.
That's why women are afraid to get with you. Like, oh no, Adam Stevens? Mm-mm. Nope, I don't feel like getting pregnant today.
See, and it's funny because I always felt like I was running from everyone else, but I don't know.
Nah, it's amazing though, like what it takes to like have everything like come together at the right time. I'm not talking about that, Justin. I mean like everything like happen at the same time
Yeah.
with this being there and that being here, and you only get like a window of like 12 hours or something crazy, you know, and it's just nuts.
Well, the
that-
older you get, your window closes too, I've heard.
It's crazy, and that has to happen, and just one of your guys got to be the good one, you know, and then everything lining up.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
They
pretty
also
cool.
say they're really fertile right after they get done giving birth too.
Good tip.
If you're trying for a second one.
Yeah, Marnie's like, nope. I'm like, but honey.
Yeah, you just don't want one. You need to have two.
And that's how she was with the kitten. You know, we got the second cat, and then she's like, oh, the little kitty needs a friend. So we got
Hudson.
we got Bryn, and then he died.
Oh,
Yeah, he got a little kitty COVID. That was just one of the saddest things ever. He was such a sweet little kitty. And then we got Hudson's little punk ass. he's just the little guy. He's a little boy, and he's just cute as shit. And when he does bad things, he just like squints his eyes and looks at you like, but I didn't know. He's climbing the whole damn curtain. I'm like, dude, you know, like I've beat you many times. I haven't beat him ever, actually. But I don't know. I think maybe she'll be like that. Maybe not. Maybe we'll just be like, hey, we're just blessed to have one, which we are. You know, we feel very blessed. I mean, we're old as hell and rocking out a kid, you know, like we tried for a long ass time, and it was a hell of a process, but to be here at the end of it, just thinking, wow, like we're blessed, and you know, we're very grateful, and
It's all went the way it was supposed to be.
yeah. I think about that. What you just said, Adam, the way it's supposed to be. I think about that a lot. And even if I didn't, you know, and it all goes back to, which it probably goes back way further. It can go back as far as I wanted to, but even having liver failure, if I didn't have that, I never would have met Marnie. I would have met you guys. You know, and if I didn't decide to take the job to come back home, I would have met you guys. I would have died in Arkansas, I guarantee it. And then just everything that happened along the way, if, you know, I didn't want to work at the treatment center, I was like, I don't want to work there. And then I kind of had to. So like, okay, if I didn't do that, never would have met her. You know, like every little thing, like just one decision. It's crazy if you really think about it. And I'm sure everybody's lives are kind of like that.
Yep. And I think, you know, you're feeling it too, and it only gets more. But now where I'm at with my life and learning what I've learned and everything, I was going back to this before, and I go back to it even more. And like, I can't change. I could never change a single little thing before my son or daughter was born, because they were supposed to be here, and one little thing would mean that I wasn't in the right place at the right time, and it wouldn't be Kaylee and Quentin. You know, and it's just so you can't. I can't regret anything I've ever done before my kids were born.
Right.
I can't.
Or even after.
Right.
You know, because like you're here for a reason.
Yep.
You know, we're exactly where we're supposed to be. And I remember hearing that when I was going through treatment. You know, man, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. No, I'm not. You know, I used to fight that. You know, no, I'm not. But it did make it easier when I accepted that. You know, like I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. Yeah. You know, I might not agree with where I'm at this minute, but what can I do to change that?
And that's the thing. It's, you know, it's what don't you like about this situation, and what can you do? You know, like what is the lesson there? You know, that's what it's always about. And if you can do that, that's what I was talking about at Detox a lot today, is that exact thing is, you know, that every part of my journey had to be there for me to be where I'm at right now, and I don't regret any of it, you know, because I'm happy finally, you know, or, you know, I'm satisfied in that way. So,
but there's probably times where you would say or look back and just think, man, I wish I would have did that different, or man, I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't do that again. Back in the past, you might have said that, you know, and I used to say that all the time. I wish I wouldn't have moved back home. I screwed up my radio career, blah, 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 blah. But
that's really just putting the blame on other things too, really, though. You know, it's like, it's kind of getting out of that was, you know, that was me, and that's what you have to face.
I'm grateful I got out of radio.
Right.
I'm grateful that all that happened. You know, at the time when I was going through it, I was pissed. I hated it. It was stupid. But then you make it out and you realize, okay, that didn't kill me.
Yeah, that's what you have to have, that faith that you're gonna see why someday. Like anything that's bugging you right now, if you can have that faith, you'll see it someday. And I keep seeing it. You know what I mean? You find it out.
I hear people say, like, why would God do that to me? And I was hearing people say that, and I heard somebody saying, it's not up to us to understand why. It's for us to know that it did. You know, for why did that happen? Not up to us to know why. Right. Just know that it did, and it was for a reason. And a lot of people will say that when, you know, people pass on. You know, like, why would God take her from me? You know, why would God do that? And it's not up to you. You're going to drive yourself nuts if you're trying to find out why, because A, you're never going to find out why. And B, you just have to accept that it did happen. And, you know, if you've lost somebody, and this is easier said than done, but to just cherish the time that you did have with them. And that's not going to take away your pain. You're going to have that pain probably for the rest of your life. But to just understand, like, I'm glad I knew that person, whether it was a parent or a friend or whoever, you know, just know that it happened for whatever reason, but it did happen, and you have to move on. And by moving on, I don't mean forget them, but just remember those good times.
Right.
You know, I had to do that with my grandma when she passed away, and that was a big one. That was probably like one of the first big losses that I had in my life. And it's just like, you know, remember those good times and think about her that way, you know, like she lives on in my brain. Can't call her or nothing, but I still talk to her. I don't know if that's weird. Do you guys do that? You talk to my grandma?
I talked to mine.
Oh, okay.
I got her ashes sitting on my dresser. In a little urn next to my Uncle David.
He's not in an urn. He's been kidnapped. No.
Oh, he's in an urn?
Oh, he is too?
Yeah.
So you just because I'll just be driving on the road and I'll be talking to him all the time. So, I mean, you don't like have to be in your room next to the urn talking to him. I mean, you might, but
I do sometimes.
There's got to be something else out there. Adam's like, oh yeah, let me talk about this. I was watching some show last night. I watched a couple of shows, but one show last night, it was about the ice bridge. You guys have heard of that, right?
Yeah.
Where it goes from like Asia through whatever, Russia, whatever, over to Alaska,
Alaska, yeah.
and blah, blah, blah. And then, well, there's a guy who was down in Mexico, like in the middle of southern Mexico. So he's not by any ocean or anything. And he's like finding like tools that date back further than when they said people crossed through the ice bridge. And so he brought it up and was like, hey man, like this dirt around it, that was all because they say you can't like carbon date stone or something,
Yeah.
but you can carbon date the dirt around it. And it was like dating back to like way back, because they say it was like 18 million or 18,000 years ago.
Probably back to like Pangea.
Oh no,
Who knows?
not a scam.
Theories.
But and then one lady was like saying like it's all racist, which if you think about it, kind of is, because they like created this whole race. Like, oh nope, this race came from here, and this race did it all. And it's like, well, what about the natives? What about the people that were living in America?
Right.
Maybe they were here first. Maybe they were the first of everything. But you get these other people. Nope, Africa it is, and it's in a million books, and that's where we're gonna be. And that's how stubborn people are. But so they denied his shit. And they're like, nope, that didn't happen. Nope, you dug it up wrong in the wrong dirt. And he's like, no, I didn't. So then he went to this other cave and started digging, and he found something that was like 30,000 years ago. It's like way, way back, like twice as long. He's like, can't deny that. And then like these other people in Canada were finding stuff, and they're like, yep, this is like the same tribe. And he's like thinking like they actually migrated north from South America. It's like, whoa.
Well, and that's the thing. You want to get into it, and they say all the poles shift and stuff. So it could have been migrating north to get warmer. I mean, back then it could have been.
Yeah,
we don't know.
When the aliens put the moon there, that really
Shifted everything.
it stopped the Earth from being all wonky and just spinning on the same.
People had to stop swimming, walking on land.
Who knows? That's why it's called history.
That's probably why we
I don't
stopped
think
flying.
that's why it's
His
called
story.
History. I don't think that's his story.
Oh yeah, it is in this room.
Uh-oh, I got to play it now.
Got your ass.
Oh, got me. That was for you guys getting me.
Got your ass and your parents' ass.
Yeah.
We got to bring that guy in someday.
Have Aaron on.
Call him in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, hey, dude, and just hit every drop of got your ass on him.
Yeah.
That'd be so good.
Use my weatherman. And he was so funny though. But yeah, we could start using his slams on the cowboy back on him.
Right.
Like, hey, Aaron, you know why you so dumb? I don't know. I forgot the answer. Got your ass. I can't believe that stuff flew back in the day.
Right.
It wouldn't today.
Marty listens to my stuff. She's like, "You'd be so fired." She's like, people would think that's racism. I'm like,
But back then you were allowed to make fun of people's nationalities without being told that you're a racist and everything else that comes along with it. You know?
I think they would call you racist, but I wasn't personally doing it. I wasn't like having him on my show going, he would just do a segment. And then when I did like the Mexican word of the day, it was just a segment. I never talked to the guy.
It's like subcontracting. It's not really affiliated.
Yeah, it wasn't me talking as a person. It was funny. It was an idea I thought was funny. Just saying.
We thought it was funny too.
Yeah. I still think
halfway
stuff like
through
that's
that, I
funny.
almost was like, "Do I want to admit that?" No.
No, stuff like that's still funny. I don't care who you are.
Yeah, it is. But
But we also grew up in a different era.
yeah, that's true.
Instead of being triggered, we were told to go outside and go play. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, you got beat. Kicked out of the house
I
anyways.
didn't get beat. Sorry.
I did in elementary school. Then I started lifting weights. That's my trauma.
Like, Dad, we're going to have it out. I'm not going outside today, Dad. You do something about it. Well, I guess we'll wrap it up. It's past 5 and it's
Is
the
it?
weekend. Yeah, so I didn't even realize it, but
Wow, it's 5:20.
And we got like an hour and a half left to go to match Mitch.
Yeah, I don't know how to do it. Mitch was, and we'll do a little Mitch talk here before we get off, just because we want him to know that we're thinking about him.
I watered all of the plants, all of them.
Okay,
I didn't
Mitch.
see you water a single plant today, Mitch. And it's
Dang,
Friday.
man. So crazy.
I was born with mine, but I'm glad I can identify it now.
I'm glad you found it, Mitch. I mean,
Right.
damn.
Probably weed it.
God. But he was talking about, and I think it's a great idea, and this is a really good idea if you're starting a podcast to have experts on. And I did the example of, okay, if he's going to be talking about strippers, he's going to want to interview a stripper.
Right.
'Cause his is about spiritual stuff or whatever, so I don't know who he's going to be talking to, so I just used the example. And he's like, yeah. I've reached out to a couple people, and I just wanted to say, like, Mitch, do they know your podcasts are 2 hours long? Because they probably think they're going to come on and do a 10, 15-minute interview.
The podcasts that he listens to are like an hour and a half, 2 hours long.
Yeah, see, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I just don't have that much time. Like, this is, like, forever.
Right.
And you guys are like, yeah, because it's after 5 on a Friday, homie. Like, got to go home.
Gotta go see my kid.
Yeah. Have fun with that.
I will.
At least you don't have diapers to change.
No. She's 13 and a half.
Oh, yeah. Maybe her boyfriend can come over.
No.
Saying.
I've got a while for that.
No.
Time
you don't.
flies.
Right, it does too. Oh yeah.
I bet Justin will be a grand. Well, of course you. Well,
What?
no, that's weird. Let's say by the time Adam's daughter's 20, you'll be a grandpa, but probably.
Maybe. Hopefully my daughter's smart and waits till after college.
Keep your girls away from Parker, please.
Mine's too old for Parker.
Well, you never know.
That would be a little creepy.
Well, times do change. I don't know. But yeah. But thanks, guys, for jumping on, and have a great weekend.
Yeah, man.
All right, later.
Thanks for listening to the 217 Recovery Podcast. We hope you come back for our next episode.